I spent today trying to fix the most broken PC port in the history of gaming, and I think we might have just gotten this one playable. It wasn't easy, but we got there in the end. So stick around to find out how we fixed Saints Row 2's infamous buggy PC port. Before applying any fixes, I wanted to get a baseline, and Saints Row 2 is absolutely horrendous out of the box. Performance for starters is absolutely, well, it's subpar, let's put it that way, because 47 FPS on average with 26 FPS for the 1% low on a 13700K RTX 3080 PC is yeah, not great. Bearing in mind this game launched in 2009, so yeah, I think that says a lot. And it's not that the performance is consistently bad, because it just jumps all over the place. As we can see from the 1% low and the frame time graph from the gameplay, it looks like an absolute mountain range. It's like that, where it should be as smooth as possible. This means that, yeah, the frame consistency is just not there. While performance is definitely a downside to this game, the crashes are much worse. Even if you just look at this game wrong, it will crash. If you go into a building, it might crash. If you change your clothes in it, it might crash. If you're just walking around, you guessed it, it might crash. It's absolutely horrendous out of the box, and it's unplayable due to these crashes. And not only that, there's quite a few glitches as well. Like sometimes the AI just doesn't know what it's doing, and I think you can see in some of the gameplay, like one of the subway train things just folds up on the railway thing, which is kind of weird. And then there's just the weird cutscenes as well, where the characters just don't know what they're doing and they just like phase through objects and stuff like that. Very weird. But it seems the community is a bit more competent than the developers that ported this to PC, as there are community driven mods out there like Juice 2, which are said to fix performance and some of these glitches that we've been seeing. So to install Juice 2 today, which is our mod of choice, what you need to do is obviously download it, go to your games directory and drop these files into it, and well, that's it. There's also this configurable INI file, so if you want to change a few settings around, you can always do that as well. So jumping into the game with this mod installed, and wow, it does quite a bit, especially in terms of the performance. We went up from a pretty measly 47 FPS all the way up to 120 FPS for that average frame rate, and the 1% low also sees a massive improvement, jumping up by a whole 50 frames. And what this means is, well, we're getting bucket loads more performance because our hardware is being utilised, and not only that, the frame rate is a bit more consistent, as it feels like it's a lot more playable like this, because before the frame rate was just absolutely horrendous. Following the performance are a lot of fixes with the game in general. As I said, there were quite a bit of glitches. Most of these have been fixed, particularly in the cutscenes where the characters would just like phase through stuff, but now they actually behave how the developers and the designers intended, so that's great to see. And it seems that some of that AI has been improved with this mod, so overall it's massively improved the experience. So the Juice 2 mod does a lot in the way of improving Saints Row 2. It makes it actually playable now, and it fixes a ton of glitches, but there are some improvements which we can do in order to get this game running quite a bit better, and one of those is capping the frame rate. Just like in the GTA 4 video which we made recently, which you can watch after this one, capping the frame rate does a lot in the way of improving your 1% low performance. So this is your frame time and how smooth the game actually runs. Yes, it will lower your average frame rate, but you will get a smoother experience. You can either do this in your GPU's control panel, like NVIDIA control panel, where you can put a blanket frame rate limit across all of the games on your PC, or you could do it a better way through Reaver Tuner. This is bundled with MSI Afterburner, and I recommend every PC gamer to install this. But all you need to do is go to Add, find your Saints Row 2's executable and then change the frame rate here to 90 or whatever you desire. 90 FPS should be very achievable on basically any single modern system. And good news, capping the frame rate massively improves the frame time consistency in Saints Row. Yes, the average frame rate is 90 FPS now, but more importantly, the 1% low is 89, basically meaning there are zero stutters and variances in your frame rate. So I'd say this is very playable, and 90 FPS in a single player game like this is more than enough. You could get away with 60 here, but why not put it onto 90 if you can, eh? The game still crashes quite a bit, not as much as what it did originally, but the crashes are still there. But there's one fix for this, and this is the GOG version of the game. For some reason, the Steam's executable just never got updated for some arbitrary reason. I'm not sure as to why, but I can confirm the GOG executable has basically zero crashes. I've been testing it now, well, I say testing it, I've been playing it after applying the original fixes for around 8.8 hours, and I haven't seen a single crash ever since I used the GOG executable. So if you were planning to buy Saints Row 2 and you haven't done so already, definitely buy it on Good Old Games. Don't buy it on Steam because, yeah, it's just broken over here. Fear not though, if you bought it on Valve's platform, there are ways in which you can acquire the GOG executable like I did. Technically it's not piracy as I've already bought the game, so there is that. So, in my 8 or so hours of playing Saints Row 2 after applying these fixes, I can 100% say with nothing but a guarantee, these fixes have made this game a lot more playable. Is it optimised now? Yeah, a lot more than what the original developers for the PC port could do. Is it very playable? Yes. Is it fun? 100%. So if you want to see how we fixed another infamous broken PC port, not as bad as this one, but we did fix it, you can watch how we fixed GTA 4 in a video up there. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.